very joyous practice in my experience. It's never get boring, never boring, because your consciousness is infused with goodwill. This goodwill, known as Metta, is the basic of every good things in the world. You see in the world a lot of ugly things, fightings, disputes, conflicts, and all those kind of violence are caused by ill will, bad mental states. To speak more simply, it is caused due to lack of metta. If people cannot keep goodwill toward oneself, toward other people, including family members, problems start to arise between two friends, between members of family, between different kind of people, between different nations. That's why Buddha said the Metta, Citta Vimukti, the boundless Metta, is the most superior, supreme, wholesome force which can overwhelm all other goodness, all other good deeds in the mundane world. In order to develop and cultivate goodwill, you have to think about yourself. We have to think about ourselves. The most beloved person in the world, the dearest person in the world, is not someone else but oneself. In ordinary understanding, it may be unnoticeable. This is what Buddha has said. The most beloved person in the world is oneself. One need to take care of every day. One need to keep oneself safe and be free from harms and dangers. One need to keep oneself healthy in order to be away from sickness and disease. One need to beautify oneself. One need to clean oneself. Only knowing that one is the most loved one in the world, one can share this goodwill which one used to have toward oneself to other beings, to other living beings. All the saints have this goodwill all over the world. Those who are very saintly and very wholesome, they have this goodwill, this virtuous mind. You are doing this Metta meditation as a way of cultivating goodwill and spreading it to other living beings to all living beings in the world, regardless of who they are, where they live. In the previous nights, I have explained about 7 benefits of Metta goodwill, Metta meditation. Now I need to explain 4 more. Sleeping well, the first benefit. Being able to sleep well, the first benefit. Waking up well, this is the second benefit. Seeing no bad dreams, third benefit. Being liked and admired by human being is the fourth benefit. Being liked and admired by non-human, unseen deities, unseen beings is the fourth benefit. Being protected by the unseen being, especially the deities, is another sixth benefit. Being unaffected and protected against poison, fire, and instrument of harm, such as a particular weapon, is the seventh benefit. Those benefits are said by the Buddha. They are not said by the Buddha as a promotion and advertisement. They are based on practical benefits, practical experience, and experienced by those enlightened saints, those who are committed to Metta practice, Metta goodwill. Now let me explain 8th benefit. This benefit is called the Mukha Vana Pasirti in Pali. Mukha Vana, the appearance of the face. Pasirti is radiant and looks shining. So anyone who practices Metta consistently every day will have a peaceful, calm, facial looks, facial appearance, which is impressive, which can impress to those who come across with him. This is a quite natural consequence of having goodwill. Such a person doesn't need to pretend that he is a good person. He doesn't need to project an image of the saintliness. The face itself automatically projects that he is a wonderful person with a lot of goodwill. He doesn't need artificial beautification, artificial makeup, artificial cosmetic products to beautify himself. So Metta is a very wonderful cosmetic, spiritual cosmetic products which you can use frequently in your daily life. If you practice Metta at least, let's say 15 minutes, 20 minutes in the morning or in the evening before you go to bed, you will have this kind of peaceful and shining facial looks. The moment people see your face, they will feel joyous, happy, because the look of a person with a lot of metta can positively affect those who met him. Take for example the Buddha. Our Buddha has a very beautiful and radiant face. Even though he's not smiling, his face looks smiling. His eyes are smiling, his lips are smiling, his general physical appearance is just very friendly and smiling, radiant. That's why when Buddha gave Dhamma talk in the large audience, all people in the crowd thought that Buddha is looking at them individually, like the shining moon. The shining moon on the sky, on the full moon night, you see, if you look over on the sky, up on the sky, the moon is shining not only on the wealthy man's house, it also shines on the poor man's hut, on the middle class man's house, on everyone's life. The moon gives peaceful, shining light. It never discriminates based on social status. The same is like the Buddha. Buddha's face always smiling toward everyone in the crowd when he is giving Dhamma talk. Why this happened? In Buddhist it is explained because enormous, immeasurable amount of goodwill Buddha possesses toward all living beings. That's the main reason why Buddha seems like looking at each individual. So if you practice metta on a regular basis, your face will look radiant and smiling. It will look graceful and peaceful. So Metta is a beautifier, a beauty agent. Beauty is spiritual agent. You can apply it in your daily life when you go back to your home. You just speak with the Metta, you just do with the Metta, you just interact with the Metta. How wonderful it is. The people who you come across, who interact with you, will feel the wonderful positive energy of your Metta. Now let me continue next benefit, number 9 benefit. Number 9 benefit, according to Buddha, let me call is Tivatakam Sayadaw Samadhi. Tivatakam means within a short time. Sayadaw, the mind, Samadhi, calm down and become subtle. If a person practices Metta meditation, his mind got easily calm down. It becomes peaceful and tranquil within a short while. Either he trying to meditate or either he trying to focus his mind, the mind can quickly become tranquil and peaceful. You can try this, especially when your mind is restless, because you have been doing a lot of the busy schedule, very busy day. You can try to practice Metta to yourself and then to all living beings. Bring your mind to constant calm and constant peace. This is really helpful for those who are leading a very busy and hurried life. This also shows that Metta has a calming effect on the mind. In order to understand more, think about your mother when you were a baby. Due to some sort of discomfort, you are crying continuously as a young infant baby. Your mother, with a lot of great goodwill, with so much Metta, cuddles you in her lap, saying nice and sweet lullaby, sometimes singing very sweet song in a whisper, and you become easily peaceful. You calm down. You even fall asleep. If you are able to remember such kind of thing, you will accept what Buddha has said. Metta has a calming effect to those who are restless, who are tired. You can try this Metta on yourself, on other people. If you have already developed a strong degree of Metta, it can affect not only you, but also other people. This is the benefit set by Buddha. Now, another benefit. Asam monglo karang karoti. Asam monglo karang karoti is a Pali word said by the Buddha. This is very much about the final phase of life. If a person practices meditation continuously, even in his bed during the last hours, without any kind of fear, without any kind of worry of death. He can face death peacefully. Asamula means be and confused. Kala means the time. Karadi means finish. He can finish his time, be and confused. What does it mean? In this case, Pali language used idiomatic expression. When one finishes one's time, it means that when one is about to die or when one dies, he can die a very peaceful and graceful death, being unconfused. Most people in the world, when they learn that they are about to die, they have the fear. They have fear of that. They are afraid of that. This fear is caused by death. They are now going into unknown direction. And also, they are going to leave loved ones behind. Even the thought of leaving the loved ones and the loved things behind is so much pain, very painful for some people. It creates a lot of sadness and grief. That's why death is very much fearful thing for ordinary people. For those who have been practicing meditation on the longer basis, who have made a lot of progress in their practice, that no longer intimidate, that no longer frightening. Regarding death, in other religion, it is said so many things. There is many things described in their text. In Buddhism, death is like a sleep. No one need to fear. You just sleep and then next day wake up. Next piece of rebirth is automatic and spontaneous. No one can bring down to the hell. In other religion, it is a big issue. If you don't believe, if you are an unbeliever, you already committed sin and going down to hell. This hell is not temporary hell. It is a permanent, eternal hell. So a lot of people, they are very much afraid of hell. I read a lot of religious texts, both in English and other language. I found it is very much difficult to accept from intellectual viewpoint. It is used as a tool of fear so that you become a believer. In Buddhism, no such thing. You are not intimidated by likelihood of hell for not believing in Buddha. In the same way, you are not enticed. You are not enticed and persuaded to be a Buddhist by likelihood of eternal life, eternal years in the heaven. Very wonderful to know about Buddha's teaching. Most important thing in a person's life is either one is a good or bad person. If you are a good person, you don't need to worry about death. You don't need to worry about hell. Tomorrow will take care of itself. Next river will take care of itself. You just only need to be responsible. It's very much intellectually appealing and reasonable. When we come to this world, no one push down to us. Only our karma. No one writes permanent markers in our palm. If you open up your hand and look at your palm, there are lines of life, lines of love, lines of knowledge, etc. Those lines are not written by anyone. Even your mother cannot write. Your father, forget about it. They are your records, record of your action. They are your receipt book. I want to say your palms are your receipt book, your donation receipt, your action receipt. Don't forget, you cannot cheat yourself because you have your record book with you. So try to make good records in your palm. Don't make bad records in your palm. Regarding this, I would like to share a very sad story about my friend, which happened about more than 30 years ago. We are very close friends to each other. He is a Chinese, pure Chinese. He has a brother and sisters living in the United States. I used to see him once every month. One day, unintentionally, by accident, I happened to see his palm. In his palm, there's a well mark, which shows that in the year 45 and 47, between 45 and 47, his life is going to be cut short by some sharp object, by a metal. Then I said, within these 2 to 3 years, you should not travel, you should not go out of your place. Instead, you just devote most of your time to practice Buddha Nasti, to practice meditation, to do charity. Even when doing charity, don't go out, just stay indoors. I advise. With a smile and laughter, he doesn't take my words seriously. So, he tried to leave to USA because his brother and sisters all want him to be there. His good karma, out of blue, come up and block it. How it block? He tried to apply passport. His passport application is not successful due to some sort of the complaint made by someone. I told him, it is a very good chance for you. Don't try to overcome this obstacle. Wait another 2 years, 3 years, and everything will be okay. But he doesn't take my advice. So instead, what he did is very sad. Without telling me, he tried to get a passport. This time he get a passport from somewhere else. Because his parents are called the FRC in our country. So he's eligible to apply passport in mainland China embassy, Republic of China embassy. So he got that. He doesn't mention me about that. Only on a few weeks before he left for US, he told me about that. Then I say my goodbye at the airport. Within 9 months after that, I heard that he died in a tragic incident. The moment I hear his news, I feel quite upset. And then I have to comfort myself. I have already done as a good friend to warn him, by warning him not to go, but stay indoors. But he doesn't take my advice. So by thinking that I find relief and comfort. This is how it has been. We are what we have been in the past. Our karmas, good karmas and bad karmas, are always with us. Even though bad karmas come up, our good karmas sometimes come up to take care of us. So please trust in your consciousness and your goodwill and your ability to shape your own destiny. If you are very responsible and careful enough to cultivate goodwill and to do good deeds, then everything will be okay. I always follow this principle of shaping my own destiny, taking care of myself wisely and responsibly. So, the effect of Metta has very wonderful effect of calming effect, and it can also help you face final hours with the courage and with preparedness. A person who has been practicing Metta will never die confused. He will die peacefully without going through pain, misery. He will have a very peaceful death. This is what Buddha has said. This is number 10 benefits. Now 11 benefits, because I'm going to conclude regarding the benefits of Metta tonight. Now 11 benefit is what, according to Buddha, Audri apati vajando Pyama loku pako hoti. Audri means farther than enlightenment. Abdi vajando, when one cannot make progress up to the level of enlightenment. Pyama loku pako hoti. He will surely be reborn in the realm of gods. Pyama loku bhako is a very long compound noun. Pyama loka ubhako. Pyama means God. Loka means heaven, heaven of gods. Ubhako, he will be reborn in the heaven of gods, where lifespan is very, very, very long. Millions of world system. He can live long, long years. So you can imagine if a person cannot attain enlightenment by practice of Metta, he will surely be in the high heaven, highest heaven of God, where very powerful being known as Brahma are living. Now let me explain in some details so that you can understand what kind of spiritual achievement one can attain by practice of Metta. The answer is very clear. Buddha himself mentioned in Buddhist texts. If you can bring your Metta, goodwill, to the state of boundlessness, by fully merging into fellow living beings, you can develop absorption states fast. First, the first jhana, first absorption state. Then proceeding toward attainment of the second absorption state. Then proceeding toward attainment of the third absorption state. Then it will proceed toward attainment of the fourth absorption state. Third and fourth absorption states are the higher one. You can achieve those kind of advanced state of pure consciousness known as absorption states. Besides, you can also attain other immaterial, very high absorption states, known as arupa jhana. Based on boundlessness of the Metta, goodwill, you can proceed to a series of absorption states up to Neva Sinyana Sinyaranas jhana. This is the highest form in the mundane achievements. Later on, if you are able to get out of those states, and if you are taught how to reflect on three characteristics, such as the nature of nature, impermanency, the nature of the dukkha, and constant arising and passing, and the nature of anatta, and everything including spiritual absorption states are also subject to arising and passing away. And the nature of anatta, you can reflect on these kind of three characteristics, and you can further proceed to development of insight knowledge, and thereby leading you to attainment of birth and fruition knowledge, and thereby leading you to attainment of the eradication of all defilements, depending on the level of enlightenment you have achieved. So, in short, practice of Metta meditation can lead to attainment of the jhana, absorption state, and various state of absorption state, and also a development of insight knowledge and attainment of the birth and fruition knowledge, and be able to remove and overcome defilements. This means that you can achieve enlightenment. You can attain supreme bliss of Nibbana. In this discourse, when Buddha mentioned about the benefits of the Metta, the 11th one is, if a meditator cannot make higher progress of attainment of enlightenment in that very life, he will surely go to the heaven of God, which is the highest realm of the heaven in the plane of existence. You can be inspired by these wonderful benefits as explained by the Buddha. So every day in your life, you just practice Metta joyously, with a happy mind, with a compassionate mind, spreading to all living beings. Being mindful that all living beings are equal with you. They have the same aggregates. They have the same fear. They have the same feeling. They have the same joy and sorrow. By practicing Metta in your life, may you be able to receive these 11 wonderful benefits in this very life. May you progress in your spiritual path in your life as well. May you attain peace and happiness and freedom from suffering, and may you achieve supreme bliss of Nibbana.